So I think one of the big issues is this sort of dichotomy and this very weird place that exists between being a patient and a consumer. And as soon as we walk into the doctor's office, for those moments that we're a patient. If we get diagnosed with something, our whole life changes and we're a patient. But then we walk out the door and somehow we're this person back in our consumer life, but we now have this profound thing that's happened to us that redefines us as a patient. And that's not a pleasant redefinition. It's actually quite an unpleasant one for most people. They don't enjoy being patients. They don't want to be in the hospital, and they certainly don't want to be sick. And so for them, there are a couple of really key components that I think we need to focus on. One is transparency. And the system has not really been terrific with respect to being transparent as a medical community to patients in their everyday consumer life. The second is we know there's transactions that are going on all over the place in the consumer life that have a profound impact on the patient life, and yet we aren't really marrying those, in large part because the patient experience is a very short window of time in clinic, but most of the action about what's actually going to impact the efficacy of your care is not happening in clinic, except in acute care management. And then there's trust, and this is a huge issue in patient management and healthcare, not just patient privacy, and I spend a lot of time thinking about HIPAA compliance and have worked through many, many issues along those lines, but also trust in the information and who do patients in their patient life, but also in their consumer life trust and go to for information.